Ladies and gentlemen, life will test you. It will push you down. It will whisper in your ear that it's over, that you're not good enough, that your time has passed. But let me tell you something today, it's not over until you win. You see, setbacks are not the end. They are setups for a comeback. Every failure, every rejection, every disappointment is shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you for the victory that is waiting on the other side of persistence. Don't stop because it hurts. Don't quit because it's hard. Don't surrender just because the road looks long. Remember, diamonds are made under pressure, and champions are made in the darkest nights when no one is watching. You may not be where you want to be right now, but that's not the end of your story. You still have pages to write, dreams to chase, and battles to fight. And if you can look up, you can get up. If you can breathe, you can try again. The truth is, winners are not the ones who never fail. Winners are the ones who refuse to quit. Your breakthrough might not come on the first attempt, or the fifth, or even the 50th, but it will come if you keep showing up, keep pressing forward, and keep declaring to yourself, it's not over until I win. So today, make a decision to rise, to fight, to hold on no matter what. Because your destiny is too great, your purpose is too powerful, and your future is too important to give up now. Remember this, storms don't last forever. Pain doesn't last forever. And failure doesn't last forever. But if you stay the course, your victory will. It's not over until you win. Many people treat a fall as final, as if one failure stamps a permanent label of defeat on their lives. But the truth is, setbacks are teachers in disguise. They arrive to refine you, to show you where you need to grow, and to reveal strengths you didn't even know you had. What you see as a loss is often the very lesson that prepares you for the next level. Think about it. Every champion you admire, every innovator who changed the world, every person who has left a mark on history has faced crushing disappointments. The difference is they refused to stay down. They understood that a door closing does not mean the house is locked. It simply means you may need to find another way in. A setback is not the period at the end of your story. It's the comma, a pause before the next great sentence of your life is written. When life knocks you flat on your back, it's not to bury you, but to plant you. Just like a seed, you may feel the weight of dirt pressing down. You may feel isolated in the dark. But in reality, that pressure is setting you up to rise stronger, taller, and more fruitful than before. What feels like a burial is often a planting. The setback is only creating the foundation for a comeback that will shock everyone, including yourself. Setbacks strip away comfort zones. They force you to adapt, to think differently, and to find courage you never had to use before. Without resistance, you don't build muscle. Without struggle, you don't discover your true grit. Every time you face rejection, every time you hear no, every time you fall short, life is toughening you, sharpening you, and preparing you to handle the weight of your future success. If everything came easy, you wouldn't appreciate the victory when it arrives. And here's the secret. Sometimes the setback is necessary because it redirects you. It closes doors that were never meant for you, and it pushes you toward opportunities you would have never noticed otherwise. What you thought was a failure might be the very thing saving you from mediocrity. What you thought was a defeat might be the hand of destiny steering you toward greatness. That's why you must not curse the setback. It is often the invisible hand preparing you for a comeback you couldn't imagine. Pressure is not your enemy, it's your trainer. When life puts weight on your shoulders, when circumstances feel heavy, that's not a sign you're weak. It's a sign you're being built. Just as a muscle cannot grow without resistance, your character cannot grow without pressure. It's the struggle against the weight that makes you stronger. Without pressure, you'd remain the same, stuck at the level you're on, never discovering how powerful you really are. Think about how diamonds are formed. They don't appear shining and flawless overnight. They begin as ordinary pieces of carbon, buried deep beneath the earth, and it takes intense heat and unimaginable pressure to transform them into something rare and priceless. Life works the same way. The pressures you're facing, whether financial struggles, personal losses, or broken dreams, are not there to destroy you. They are there to transform you into the diamond you were meant to be. Too often, people run from pressure. They want comfort, ease, and smooth sailing. But here's the truth: comfort never made a warrior. Ease never produced a leader. Smooth roads never trained strong travelers. Pressure is the fire that separates those who wish from those who will. It's the tough seasons, the sleepless nights, the uphill climbs that carve out resilience in your soul. When you face pressure, instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What is this shaping me to become?" Pressure also reveals what's inside you. When you squeeze an orange, you get juice. Not because you want it, but because that's what's in it. In the same way, when life squeezes you, whatever is inside of you comes out. Pressure exposes your fears, but it also exposes your faith. It shows you where you need to grow, and it brings to the surface the courage, creativity, and determination that were hidden deep within you. Without that squeeze, you'd never know your true potential. And here's the most powerful truth: the greater the pressure, the greater the promise. If life is pressing you hard right now, it's because there is greatness inside of you that must come forth. You are being prepared for challenges bigger than you can see, and victories greater than you can imagine. Pressure doesn't mean you're breaking down. It means you're breaking through. Every ounce of weight is building a strength that will carry you into your destiny. Resistance is a natural part of progress. The moment you decide to chase a dream, obstacles appear. Doors slam shut. People doubt you. The path gets harder. That resistance is not a sign that you should stop. It's proof that you're moving in the right direction. Nothing worthwhile comes without struggle, and persistence is the weapon that cuts through resistance. The ones who keep showing up, even when it's hard, are the ones who ultimately break through. When you push against resistance, it pushes back. But if you keep pressing step by step, day after day, the resistance begins to weaken. Think about a river carving through rock. The rock is strong, solid, unmovable. But the steady persistence of water over time breaks it down, reshaping it completely. That's the power of persistence. You don't need to win in one strike. You win by refusing to stop striking until the wall crumbles. Many people give up too soon. They quit after the first rejection, the first failure, the first setback. But persistence says, "I may fall 9 times, but I'll get up 10. Every attempt, every effort, every moment of endurance chips away at the barriers in your path." Resistance may slow you down, but it cannot stop a determined heart. The person who refuses to quit cannot be defeated. They can only be delayed. Persistence also builds credibility with yourself. Every time you choose to keep going, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses, braver than your fears, and tougher than your circumstances. That builds a foundation of confidence and resilience that no resistance can take away. Persistence is not just about what you accomplish externally. It's about who you become internally. It forges a mindset that sees obstacles not as dead ends, but as tests of will. And here's the key: persistence always outlasts resistance. Resistance is temporary. It weakens over time. But persistence is a decision, a force you control, a choice you can renew every single day. Resistance may look big, it may feel overwhelming, but it cannot endure forever. If you refuse to quit, if you keep pressing forward with grit and determination, eventually the resistance will break and persistence will carry you to victory. Just because you face setbacks, disappointments, or even failures doesn't mean your life is over. Too often, people treat a single bad chapter as if it's the entire book. But hear this clearly: your story isn't finished. One bad day, one wrong decision, one painful season does not define your entire journey. You are still breathing, still here. And as long as you're alive, your story is still being written. Think about the greatest books, movies, and legends you know. None of them are powerful because everything went smoothly from beginning to end. They're powerful because of the struggle, the conflict, the dark moments when it looked like hope was gone, yet the hero rose again. The same is true for you. If you're in the middle of your struggle, that doesn't mean it's the end. It means you're still in the middle of your story, and the best chapters are ahead. Too often, we try to close the book too soon. We let guilt, shame, or regret convince us that our failures are permanent. But those pages don't have to be your final chapters. You can turn the page. You can start a new sentence. You can shift the storyline. Every day you wake up is another chance to rewrite your destiny. Don't let the ink of yesterday's mistakes blot out tomorrow's possibilities. Your story isn't finished because growth is ongoing. Who you were yesterday is not who you have to be tomorrow. Life is about evolving, learning, and transforming. Every mistake you've made, every tear you've cried, every scar you carry is part of the process of becoming. They are not the conclusion. They are the raw material from which your masterpiece is built. Your past explains you, but it doesn't define you. And here's the most important truth: you are the author of your story. Circumstances may set the stage, other people may play their roles, but you hold the pen. You get to decide how the next chapter unfolds. Will you let the pain of your past write the rest of your life? Or will you rise, turn the page, and write a story of resilience, triumph, and victory? As long as there's breath in your body, the pen is still in your hand, and your story is far from over. Winners are not the people who never stumble. They are the ones who refuse to stay down. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who give up isn't talent, luck, or opportunity. It's persistence. Winners keep moving even when the odds are against them. They don't let temporary setbacks dictate permanent outcomes. They may bend, they may struggle, but they do not break. Their spirit says, "I will not quit until I cross the finish line." When you look at champions in any field, athletics, business, art, or life itself, you'll notice a common thread: resilience. They've all been told no. They've all faced rejection. And they've all encountered failures that could have ended their journey. But instead of surrendering, they turned every setback into fuel. Winners don't see obstacles as reasons to stop. They see them as challenges to overcome. They know the road will be hard, but they also know the reward is worth it. Quitting is easy. Anyone can quit. Walking away when things get tough takes no courage, no faith, no determination. But continuing when everything in you screams to stop, that's where winners are forged. It's in the late nights, the early mornings, the lonely hours when no one is cheering that winners are made. They don't quit because they've learned that pain is temporary, but regret lasts a lifetime. Winners also understand that success doesn't always come quickly. Sometimes the process is longer than you expect, and the road is steeper than you imagined. But they hold on, knowing that the journey is shaping them for the destination. Quitting forfeits the reward. Pressing on guarantees growth, even if they don't win in the way they first envisioned. Winners know that perseverance itself makes them stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the next opportunity. And here's what makes winners unstoppable. They have a vision greater than their pain. They are fueled by purpose, by a why that keeps them pressing forward when everything in them wants to give up. That vision whispers to them in the silence, reminding them of the dream, the goal, the finish line that is still ahead. Winners don't quit because they understand something vital. The fight may be long, but victory always belongs to those who endure.